It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. And big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Vikings and the Texans, and it's all up next.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that...
And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. First down, Mariota. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They run the counter with Cook, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Mariota. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Again, it's Mariota. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team. They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play fake. Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll try the middle with Cook. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. It's now 3rd and goal. Here's Mariota. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback. And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction. I'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards. And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 11. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 7-7, our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and this time he is in. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Texans scoop it. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow. And milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mariota to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
He decides to run a hitch route. It really helps have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They go play action. Mariota. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, you bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota, and the ball is knocked out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Mariota. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long here for Mariota. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp
and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 74 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Mariota. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake, Mariota. That is caught by Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mariota now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Mariota will look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd and 5. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And out now come the Vikings.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
A first down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And complete right side to Cook.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Mariota.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Mariota.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
taking it in from 7 yards away. They'll look to throw.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 156 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He'll keep it himself.
Powers through it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Mariota's throw there complete to Mooney.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd and inches, Mariota, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mariota now to throw on 1st down.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Vikings.
Darnell Mooney.
54 yards.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Cook, they'll try and run it.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's Mariota.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Houston, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.